Yes, Davidson here again. Just a disclaimer, this might be the most pointless video I ever make. Solving a puzzle today. See this? We've got 9 rings, each ring attached to a nail that's been bent around the ring to capture it, and all of the nail heads, pretty sure these were originally horseshoe nails, all the nail heads are coming through this flat bar on the bottom. All of the rings are clearly threaded through this continuous metal wire loop that goes into the handle. You can't get it off the handle that way, obviously, and it ain't coming off that way. Perhaps looking at it might help you out there. So I'm going to take this thing apart and show you how to do it. Let's zoom you in here. So we are going to take this apart full speed and then reassemble it and disassemble it with explanation. So I'll have a little timer on the video. Here goes. And start. looks exciting, doesn't it? Told you it was the most pointless video. No, I'm not doing any speed editing. You can go ahead and argue maybe I am, but nope, trust me, I am not. Generally takes me about 6 minutes to do this. One way, rather it is. So about ballpark 13-14 minutes to do a round trip. Time. Alright. There's going to be some editing here because my camera file size is limited to 4 gigabytes, which is about 17 minutes or so, so I just reset it. Anyhow, so you probably couldn't keep up with what was going on there because there was a lot to pay attention to, but let's go ahead and break down what this thing is and where I got it, and then how to put this thing together again and take it apart. So this is a very old antique. This was loaned to me by a good friend of mine who's a retired elevator mechanic and a remarkably talented artisanal blacksmith. He also is a huge collector of antiques. Not exclusively for the sake of collection, but also for using them, very much like myself, but on a far grander scale than I have. I hope to be very much like him when I'm his age, or sooner. So, as we kind of touched on before, this is a collection of 9 what look to be horseshoe nails through a bar, a solid bar here. Every hole was punched. These were not drilled. From a blacksmith eye, that's obvious, but that might not be obvious to you regular viewers. This solid bar that all these holes are punched in, it has very strong evidence of being wrought iron. Wrought iron basically precedes our modern steels. It pretty much existed all the way up until about, I think the 1850s or 60s, when steel production processes started becoming larger scale and better refined. But wrought iron is a very primitive and early form of iron that pretty much died out entirely in the late 1800s. You just couldn't find it much anymore after that. And today it doesn't exist except for finding antique stashes of it, like old wagon tires, literally the tires from wagon wheels. Anyhow, every one of these rings, all 9 of them, excuse me, were forge welded together from what was originally a wire. You can kind of see that here. I'm not sure how well zoomed in the camera is. I kind of left it broad enough so that you can see what's going on. But every single one of these rings, that is a forge welded ring. So incredibly well done by whatever craftsman made this thing. To our best knowledge, the reason why these things were made, or at least a popular excuse for making them, they were made obviously by a blacksmith. It's somewhat known or theorized that blacksmiths made puzzles like this so that they can go to the bar, hand these 2 articles to some other patron, and say, you can put that thing together in some period of time, an hour, then I'll buy you a drink. But if after an hour you can't put that thing together, you owe me a drink. Something like that. And a puzzle like this, to someone who's never seen it before, would fetch a blacksmith quite a few libations, because this is not an easy one to figure out all on your own. I had a little bit of guidance from this friend that let me borrow it. However, I will admit that when he was trying to explain it, he was going way too fast. There was way too many distractions because we were in our weekly blacksmith club gathering, and I really couldn't see what his hands were doing because he was going 90 miles an hour. But with some of the preliminary explanation that I retained from him and taking this thing home, I spent about 2 hours figuring it out on my own, and I finally got it. So let's go ahead and put this thing together and walk you through how to do it. On the assembly side of things and the disassembly side of things, there was one very, very important constant, and that is, in order to thread any one of these rings, you have to have the ring in front of it threaded. The one and only exception is the first one. So in order for me to thread the second ring, which currently is out of sorts here, there we go. In order for me to thread the second ring, the first one has to be threaded through this rod. In order for me to thread the third ring, the second ring must be threaded, and only the second ring. I cannot thread the third ring if both 1 and 2 are threaded. I go to 4. I can only thread 4 if 3 is the only ring threaded on the rod. I go to 5. 4 has to be the only ring threaded on the rod. That is a very, very important point. So, for the first two, for threading it, you can straight up put both of them on there just like that and thread them simultaneously. But for the purpose of demonstration here, that's what we mean by threaded. So as we get more and more rings on there, this won't be so easy to undo, because the successive rings will capture the ones in front of them. So 1 is on here, the ring is above the wire loop. Just popped off, there's nothing else holding it on. So with 1 on there, we can also get number 2 on there. Now 1 and 2 are threaded. Like I just explained a little bit ago, I cannot thread 3. You can't do it. I cannot get that loop because the first the first nail is keeping that loop from coming back far enough for me to thread it through that third ring. So we have to drop 1 because 2 can be the only ring threaded in order to thread 3. Now I've got 1, 2, and 3 threaded. I want to thread 4 right now. So that means I have to drop 1 and 2 because I need 3 to be the only one. 3 is the only one threaded right now. See? So now I can pick up 4. Now we can pick up 1 and 2 again, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 threaded. So here is where a very important point becomes very well pronounced. In order to pick up 4, we dropped 1 and 2, 3 was threaded, and then we picked up 4. We need to pick up 5 right now. So if I do the same thing that I did before, I drop 1 and 2, I can't pick up 5. Can't do it. Why? Because ring number 3, nail number 3 is keeping me from capturing 5. We saw the same thing a little bit ago because I couldn't thread 3 because ring 1, nail number 1 was keeping me from threading ring 3. So let's go ahead and get 4 back on there, 3 on, 1 and 2 on. What that point is you have to have an even and odd cycle. Right now, we've got 4 things on there and we want to deal with the 5th position. In order to deal with the 5th position, you have to start on an odd number. Well, you can start either by removing 1 and 2, and then taking off 4, or you can start by just removing 1 and go into 3. So let me make that point again. If I remove 1 and 2, I cannot remove 3 because I have to have the ring in front of it to thread it. So you can only unthread every other ring. So in order for me to take 5 onto this thing, I have to start, because 5 is an odd number, I have to start with an odd number. Since your only options of starting are 1 and 2, you can either start odd by just dropping 1 and going to 3. Like so, pick up 5. Or your options are to drop an even number, to start an even course. So that would be 2. And then I can deal with 4. I can thread it or unthread it, and then so on and so forth. 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's get 4 on there. Let's thread everything. We'll start an odd course. 1 is out, 3 is out. Now I have 4, 2, 1 threaded. In order to pick up 5, 4 can be the only one threaded, so I drop 1 and 2 now. Now I can pick up 5. And I thread through 4, which was already threaded. Now I've got 2, so I can pick up 3. Now I got 1. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on there. Now I need to pick up 6. 6, it's an even number, so I got to start on an even course by dethreading 1 and 2 simultaneously. 1 and 2 are out, 4 is out. Now I got to take 3 out in order to get me back to 5. So that would be an odd number. Drop 1, drop 3, rethread those. In order to get 2 out, I got to drop 1 and 2. Sorry. Butterfingers here. Now we're at 5, because 5 is the only one threaded, we can pick up 6. Back to 1 and 2. Now we've got to thread everything prior to 6. That's 3 we're picking up. Now we've got to go even, dropping 1 and 2 in order to pick up 4. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7. 7 is odd. Drop an odd number. 1, 3. Dropping 1 and 2. Dropping 5. Come on, 5. Thank you. Picking up 1 and 2. Dropping 1. Picking up 3. Picking up 1 again. Now I got 4 on there. I need to drop 4. Drop 1 and 2, drop 4, pick up 1 and 2, now I got 1, 2, 3, I gotta drop an odd number, 1, drop 3, I have to drop 1 and 2. Now, number 6 is the only one threaded, so I can pick up number 7. Now I have to thread everything prior to 7. Threading 1 and 2, dropping 1 in order to thread 3. All 3 are threaded. Now I drop 2 in order to pick up 4. Thread 1 and 2 again. Now I need 5, so I have to go odd. 1, 3. Pick up 5. Pick up 1 and 2. I need number 3, so I drop odd. Pick up 3. Pick up 1. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I need 8. That's an even number. Drop 1 and 2. Drop 4. Pick up 1 and 2. I got to drop 3. Drop 1. Drop 3. Drop 1 and 2. Drop, 6. Pick up 1 and 2. Drop 1. Pick up 3. Drop 1 and 2 in order to get 4. Now we need to take that guy out. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. odd number. Now, pick up number 8. Now I gotta thread everything. Gotta pick up 3, so I just dropped 1. Now I've got 3. Now I have to do number 4, so I go even course. Now I got number 4. I need 5, so odd course. 1, 3, out. 5 on. Pick up 1 and 2, drop 1 to get 3. Now I need number 6, even course. Now we pick up 6. Pick up 3. Pick up 4. 1 left. Number 9. Odd number. Drop 1. Drop 3. Drop 5. Pick up 1 and 2. Drop 1 in order to pick up 3. I have to drop 1 and 2 in order to drop 4. Now I gotta drop 1, 2, and 3. So there's 1 and 3 and 2. Now I can drop, what is it, 7. Pick up 1 and 2, drop 1 to pick up 3. Drop 1 and 2 to pick up 4. Pick up 1 and 2. Now we've got to drop 1 and 3. Plus 1 and 2 in order to pick up 5. Pick up 1, 2, drop 1 to pick up 3. Now, where are we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to pick up number 7. No, sorry, we are de-threading here. We have to drop 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, even number. Six is out. Picking up 3. Picking up 4. Now we're dropping. Drop 3 and 1 and 2. Now we can pick up number 9 because 8 is the only one threaded. There we go, we picked up number 9. Now all we have to do is just thread all these things again. So we start by 1 and 2. I need 3, so I drop 1. Pick up 3. Now I have 1, 2, 3. Now I drop 1 and 2 because I need to pick up 4. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need number 5, so I drop odd number, odd course. Drop 1 and 3. Now we drop 1 and 2. Now 4 is the only one here. Pick up 5. Pick up 1 and 2. Drop 1. Pick up 3. Pick up 1. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6, so we go even course. 1 and 2 are out. 4 is out. Pick up 1 and 2. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Odd. 1 and 3 are out. Those 2 are out. Now we can pick up, what was it, 6? Yep. I'll pick up 1 and 2. Drop 1 to pick up 3. Drop 1 and 2 to pick up 4. Let's take a look at where we're at. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 through 6 threaded, 7 unthreaded, 8 and 9 threaded. So we need 7 to get threaded, so we got to go odd course. 1, 3, drop those 2. We got 5. Drop 1, pick up 3. Now we can drop 1 and 2. We can drop 4. We pick up 1 and 2, dropping 1 so that we can drop number 3. I just had to reset my camera. We got to pick up 4 here, so we drop 1 and 2. Pick up 4. We need 5, so odd course 1, 3. Pick up 5. We need 3, so we go odd. Drop 1, pick up 3. Pick up 1, and we are done. So this is where we started. So what we see now is we started with this condition, completely threaded. I de-threaded it in my real time without explanation. Then I re-threaded it with an explanation. Now we're going to explain the de-threading process. So we're doing the first section all over again, but slowing it down to walk you through it. This is a super duper important point. We have 9 rings. If we start by dropping 1 and 2, then you start on an even number course. So you'd have 2, 4, 6, 8. You'd go through an awful lot of work to realize that you can't get rid of 9 because 8 is de-threaded. Again, you cannot drop this number if this one is not threaded. So we have to start on an odd course. So this is the start point. We have to go odd. Drop 1. Drop 3. Now we need 4, so we drop 1 and 2 to drop 4. Sorry, 5. We had 4 already threaded. Pick these up. Pick up 3. Now we have to de-thread 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's even. 4 is out. Now we're going to de-thread 1, 2, 3. Those are all out. 5 is out. 6 stays because we're on an odd course. We de-thread 7. 7's out. So now we have 9, 8, and 6. Thread 1 and 2. Drop 1, pick up 3. Drop 1 and 2 to pick up 4. Odd because we're going with 5. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, threaded. Now we have to drop all of these. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need an even course. 2 is out, 4 is out, 3 is out, 1 and 2 are out, 9, 8, 7, 6 is out now. Picking up 3, picking up 4, going with odd course now because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to get rid of 5. 1 is out, 3 is out, 5 is out, picking up 3, now we're de-threading 4, now we get rid of 3, get rid of 1 and 2, now we are finally at a point with all that work that we can de-thread the first ring. 9 is out. Now we have to thread everything, 8 all the way down to 1, and then we will go after dropping 8. You can see it's kind of a long process, but you pick it up and get pretty quick at it, and you can do it in about 6 minutes. So we're going to thread everything. So I need 3. I need 4. And what you're doing is you're going even, odd, even, odd, even, odd. I'm going after 5. I just did 4, so I was on an even course before, and now I'm going on an odd course to get 5. 1's out, 3's out. Picking up 5. Pick up 1 and 2. I need to pick up 3. Now I need 6. Even course. 2, 4. 3's out. I can pick up 6. Cannot drop 8 unless we have 7 threaded, so we have to come back and get 7 next. So if we get all these threaded, then we'll be on an odd course. Alright, going on an odd course in order to pick up 7, because I can't drop 8 unless I get 7. So 1, 3, 5, now I have to drop 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now I can pick up 7. So now once I thread all these, then I can go after 8. I got 1 and 2, now I got 1, 2, 3. Now I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are now threaded. 9's out. Now we have to drop 8. 8 is even, we have to do an even course. Dropping 1 and 2 and 4. Now we got to drop 1, 2 and 3. 1's out, 3's out. 1 and 2 are out. Now 6 is out. Now we have to pick up 1, 2, pick up 3. Now we have to pick up 4. Need to drop 5, that's why we had to get 4, so now we go odd. 5's out, come on. 5's out. Alright, the only ones threaded now are 7 and 8. Has to be that way because we cannot drop 8 unless we have 7 threaded. 8 is out of the picture now. So now 7 is the only one threaded. We're going to have to thread all of these and then go after 7. That's going to be an odd course. So we got 1, we got 2, we pick up 3. We have to drop 1 and 2 in order to pick up 4. Dropping 1, dropping 3 to pick up 5. Now we pick up 1, 2, drop 1 to get 3. Now we go even course. 1 and 2 are out. 4 is out. 1, 4. I got 1, 2, 3. I dropped 1, 3, 1 and 2. We can pick up 6. We needed 6 in order to drop 7. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are threaded now. To drop 7, we have to go on an odd course. So we start with 1 and 3. Drop 1 and 2. And we drop 5. Now we have to thread 1, 2, 3, 4 and drop those. 1, 3. Drop all those. 4 is out, 3 is out, 1 and 2 are out. Now 9 and 8 are dropped. In order to drop 7, 6 has to be threaded. All these are out, so we can now drop 7. Now we have to thread everything, because we have to have 5 on there in order to drop 6. So we've got to thread all of those. As you can see, things get a lot faster as you get down to fewer and fewer numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threaded, so we need to be on an even course. So 2, 4, that's even. Odd to drop 3. Even to drop 6. Odd to pick up 3, even to pick up 4. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start odd, even, odd. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Even. Now we have 3. Odd. And now we can de-thread 1 and 2. So there you have it. So in this video we started with a completely threaded piece. We de-threaded it at my own pace. We threaded it with explanation, and now we de-threaded it with explanation. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, it's probably the most pointless video I'm ever going to do because your chances of finding one of these things are pretty slim. Because blacksmithing is a huge hobby of mine, I'm going to make one of these, but with 11 rings, not 9. You could do even rings, I could do 12 rings or something like that, but I'll do 11. The more rings you put on there, the more sadistic it becomes, because it takes longer and longer, as you observed. So, the key point to solving this thing is to remember, if you're dealing with an odd position, you have to start with an odd number, and as the process goes, it's a matter of starting. So you're going to deal with an odd number, you have to start odd, then you're going to go even, then you're going to go odd, so on. In order to do an even number, you start even, and then your next move will be odd, and then your next move will be even. So it's a matter of how you start a given process. So please stay tuned for more important and useful videos that I will be posting. I'm not going to do much editing on this one because it's a very thorough explanation kind of video. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate your support. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed it. And we will see you on the next video.